You're scrolling through your phone, right? Looking at a sleek device with its shiny glass back, marveling at the technology in your hands. But let's be real for a second. How long before the battery goes kaput? 3 years max. And when it does, you're left scrambling to find a new one, after cursing the day you bought it because the updates made it slower than molasses. Now, remember the trusty toaster your great-grandmother used? That clunker's still working fine. It's been decades, yet here you are tossing your devices like yesterday's news. Sound familiar? Yeah, I thought so. And the craziest part is you think this is normal, right? That everything's just more complicated now, but here's the kicker. It's a colossal lie. You don't have to be a tech guru to see it. A group of men in suits decided long ago that you shouldn't own things that last. Spoiler alert, they're making a killing off your need for replacements. You've probably felt that rage when the vacuum gives up just 1 day after the warranty expires. You're not alone. I'm Bobby, and I've spent way too long pulling on the invisible strings that corporations use to turn you from owner to consumer. If you crave some answers, or just need to vent a little, clicked into the right place. Today, we're diving deep into a tale of economic deception. We'll unravel the mysteries of the Phoebus Cartel, the sneaky invention of planned obsolescence, and how the economy is set up to punish you for wanting durable goods. Picture this, it's Christmas 1924 in Geneva, Switzerland. Top executives from the biggest light bulb manufacturers, Osram, Philips, and General Electric, have gathered. They're in crisis mode. You'd think they'd be celebrating, right? Their engineers have built bulbs that could last over 2,500 hours. But hang on, this is a nightmare for them. If bulbs last forever, they only sell it once, and then their revenue tanks. Think about it, a product so great it wipes out the company, so they form a cartel calling themselves Phoebus. Their mission? Break the light bulb. No, seriously. They signed a formal agreement to limit the lifespan to exactly 1,000 hours. That's right, a law-enforcing failure. They built a whole bureaucracy around it, sending bulbs to a lab to check how long they last. Factories producing longer-lasting bulbs got fined, punished for doing their job well. Engineers were forced to design fragility. It worked. By the 1940s, that 1,000-hour bulb was the industry standard. When World War II came, the cartel dissolved, but the damage was done. They pioneered a model that reverberates through the ages. You make more money by selling a broken product twice rather than a perfect product once. Planned obsolescence was born. Think about your own ride. Remember Ford's Model T. It was cheap, reliable, all the good stuff that made sales soar. But what happened once everyone owned one? Sales flatlined. Enter Alfred Sloan from General Motors. Instead of messing with the mechanics, which wouldn't end well for reputation, he turned to something more sinister, psychological obsolescence. He customized cars every year, changing headlights and fenders, tapping into your ego. Suddenly, driving last year's model was like wearing last season's trends. And the same playbook comes into play today when your iPhone's camera bump signals. Hey, look at me, I'm brand new, spoiler. It doesn't change your life significantly, but it certainly pounds your wallet into submission. Now flash forward to today. The game's evolved. Physical fragility has morphed into digital fragility. Ever had your printer refuse to work after buying a third-party ink cartridge? Companies are pulling all sorts of tricks, claiming you don't truly own what you bought. You just own a license. Digital locks are slapping repairs in the face. They're not stuck in the past. They're sending updates to slow down your device just when a new model drops. Repair becomes impossible, not because of engineering flaws, but because of their code. And don't even get me started on fast fashion. A shirt from the 50s was crafted to last, double-stitched and made of durable cotton. Flash forward to 2025 and you've got single-thread stitching and cheap blends. They're engineered to break after 5 washes, forcing you to keep coming back for the next trend. It's a landfill economy, treating clothing like disposables, as if they were paper towels. Now here's the kicker for your wallet. This replace it cycle is a replacement tax. You buy a $100 pair of boots designed to fall apart in a year. That's costing you. But what about that $1,000 laptop? If it's glued shut and the battery's soldered in, guess what? You're renting that laptop. When the battery dies in 3 years, poof, trash. You could have swapped a battery for $50 and kept using it. Design choices that cost you a fortune. Here's your $950 lesson. Now multiply that by your phone, headphones, vacuum, each device bleeding you dry. There's more. Welcome to the subscription trap. Companies figured out that making things break isn't enough. They want continuous income. BMW tried charging for heated seats. Adobe stopped selling Photoshop, and instead, you're now renting for a monthly fee. Stop paying and you lose access to your work. This is the you will own nothing and be happy vision. Your wealth drains month after month, leaving you with no assets to hold on to. You're in a consumption treadmill with no finish line. And it's not just frustrating, it's a necessity for our economy. If everyone suddenly insisted on cast iron pans and durable goods, the GDP would crash, factories would close, and stocks would tank. The whole system thrives on the velocity of trash. Dig it up, sell it, make it cheap, and watch you bury it in a landfill a few months later. You are the fuel for that machine, and it's draining your wallet to keep the numbers healthy on the graph. So is there a way out? Are we really condemned to buy garbage forever? Actually, there's a movement rising, one that says hell no. Enter the right to repair movement, what I like to call the buy it for life philosophy. You can opt out of this vicious cycle. When you need a vacuum, don't buy the plastic junk in the store. Spend a bit more on a commercial-grade model that'll last 10 times longer. And when it's time for a new laptop, check its repairability score. If you can't open it with a screwdriver, don't buy it. And if they won't sell you the spare parts, run the other way, shift your mindset. In a world that pushes new as better, often older is best. Vintage cast iron pans sell for a reason. They were made before the rush for corners to cut. Take a long, hard look at your digital life, too. Reject subscriptions. Use open-source software. Buy that older car with fewer chips so you can actually keep it running. Every time you repair instead of replace, you're giving a middle finger to the Phoebus Cartel. You're reclaiming your wealth. Sure, the Phoebus Cartel may have dissolved, but its ethos is still lurking in every design choice. Every cracked headphone hinge or sluggish phone isn't an accident, it's by design. It's economic robbery in slow motion. And the only way to stop it, refuse to buy the junk. Be the person who fixes the toaster, drives the 10-year-old car, and blips the algorithm. Notice your appliances in a new light. Share this with someone who's always complaining about their phone. It's about time we wake up to the fact that we're getting played. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next one.